borrow again. And I'm sure you'll remember that the little Pooks had left Gracie a note for the morning. And the note read, "Dear Gracie, well, thanks for the party. The music was great and we loved the chocolate Pooks on the tree, and the milk, oh well, that was so refreshing and so tasty. By way of thanks, we've helped you tidy your bedroom. Love from, well, you know, your little friends. P.S. I did notice there were Pooks on your tree, and we don't usually wear red. Green is our colour. Perhaps you could arrange for the Pooks to be having green coats next time." The little figure then folded the paper and slipped it into the red neck of the ribbon of Gracie's favourite teddy bear, which was snuggled close beside her. The Pooks winked at the bear, and the bear grinned and winked back, while Gracie slept on, of course. The Pook grinned cheekily and skipped back down the stairs to rejoin his two friends, stopping only to exchange a secret communication with a rather sleepy Suki dog. The threesome then repeated the keyhole shrink and squeeze trick to make their exit from the house near Cattell Church. They whistled as they went along the road towards the Fairfield before disappearing into a hedge, as Pooks so often did as dawn approaches and the humans step out their homes for another day. Gracie sleepily rubbed her eyes as she heard Grandma calling her name. "Gracie!" Grandma's voice was closely followed by the sound of Suki dog telling the world that she was patrolling her garden. Cats, beware! Grandad popped his head around Gracie's door. "Morning, Gracie," he called cheerily. "Oh, what a very good girl you are. You've been up already and tidied your bedroom. Well done." Have I? Carew was still tired, once again rubbing her eyes. She focused more clearly. Gracie noticed that the room was certainly tidy, much tidier than she remembered leaving it the night before. "Oh. Well, so I have, Grandad." Gracie was quite pleased with herself. After all, she couldn't actually recall tidying up their room. Do you remember why? Well, the pencils had been returned to their cases, the toys and the clothes and put away, right out of sight. Suddenly, Gracie noticed that there was a slip of paper tucked into her teddy bear's ribbon, and she certainly hadn't put that there. "I'll just get dressed for breakfast, Grandad," said a suddenly perky Gracie. Grandad smiled warmly and disappeared, humming his favourite tune again. Gracie grabbed the slip of paper. She didn't notice her bear wink at her, and she hooked out the note from the ribbon. In fact, Gracie was so absorbed by the paper that she didn't even notice that her favourite bear was sporting a new fine ribbon. It was green, not red. She unfolded the paper and stared at the note before her. She put the note down, rubbed her unbelieving eyes, and picking it up again and scanned the note, just to be sure she could really read what was written there. No, her eyes were not playing tricks on her. It was really a note that was tiny and neatly handwritten, in green, of course. And it really did start, "Dear Gracie." She slowly and very carefully read the whole message. There was absolutely no doubt that it was written for anyone but for her. But who was it written by? Who were her friends? Gracie turned the note around in her hands, studying it from all angles, searching for any clues, just to identify the author. Gracie's eyes then turned to her surroundings, her tidy room, much tidier than yesterday. There was no doubt that the room was perfectly tidy. Even her mum would have been impressed. Gracie knew she could be dreaming it, but Grandad had already congratulated her. The contents of the note indicated that whoever had tidied her room had also enjoyed a party with music. And sure enough, her CD player stood beside her on her bed shelf, and a tidy pile of CDs next to it. Pulling on her dressing gown as fast as she could, she thrust the note into her pocket and scampered down the stairs to check out the Christmas tree and see the figures that had been there the previous evening. But then Gracie noticed several shiny wrappers lying in the litter bin next to the Christmas tree. She carefully picked one out and was examining it closely when she heard a noise, and there was Grandad standing in the doorway, smiling ever so sweetly, with a milk carton. Join me shortly to see what happens next. I can't wait to find out. Cheery for now though, eh?